Alright, hope everybody's having a good one. Welcome to Microsoft Flight Simulator with Cookie Pirate. Today, we're flying the CubCrafters NXCub. It's a new plane I haven't done. We're gonna be going from... I'm not 100% sure how you say it. Akhiok, I think? Or Akhiok? On southwestern Kodiak Island. And we're gonna do a short hop up to Old Harbor. And then we're gonna head to the actual city of Kodiak itself. I don't know what altitude we're gonna go at. I don't know exactly how far they are. And I don't know how long it's gonna take. But in any case, climb aboard, let's go flying.
Hindsight is fleeting, when your heart's bleeding, and all you can see is red. Till you discover it is within each other to forgive and make amends. If I had known then,
oh boy. Alright. 160 at 4 is the wind. And we're parked in the grass. This is like real bush flying right here. So, yeah, since I haven't flown this, I have flown the seaplane version. But since I haven't flown, or no, and that's actually the X-Cub. This is the NXCub because it has the nose wheel. Looking around, everything looks pretty much the same. There's your fuel amount up there. There's a guy standing in the grass. Alright, let me see. NXCub. Alright, let me pull the checklist up. Oh, I certainly should have. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not seeing it at the moment. So maybe we'll just use the in-game checklist. Hopefully they... it looks like it does have some stuff spelled out. Alright, parking brake is set. Let's check the flight controls. Alright, the stick moves free. Ignition is off, all electrical equipment is off, the mixture is lean. Looks good to me. Prop control needs to go full forward. Before we start, park and brake is set, fuel selector equal on each side, so we're good there. Starting engine. Master switch on. I know these are backwards. The mixture needs to go rich and then the fuel peak. You can turn the fuel pump on, pump that forward. Pressure comes up, the fuel flow should start coming up. And we can go ahead and turn that off. Where are the magneto switches? Oh, they're on here. Okay. Magnetos are set to both. Confirm there. Alternator comes on. Prop is full forward. Bump the throttle just a little bit forward. Engage the starter. And the engine is started. Throttle should be at about 1,000 RPM. And oil pressure looks good, and the temperature looks good as well. After we start the engine, required lights, we are going to strobes, nav. We'll leave the landing light off for now. Avionics switch on. Before we taxi, we will release the parking brake. Test the brakes, test the rudder. Alright, so I'm going to pull the map up because I don't have the course plotted out. Here we are on the ground at Akhiok, on the southwestern portion of Kodiak Island. So what we'll probably do is turn back around. With the wind, we can probably take off this way, but there is terrain that we'll have to watch out for, so we'll have to turn over the water. There is a procedure that we can use. That we would have to take off runway 4. Which means we'd have to taxi down and turn back around. We're climbing visual conditions to cross Akhiok at or above 2200. Okay. This is going to be kind of hit and miss. So that would mean we would take off this way, turn back around to a fix, and then climb up. But if we go that way over the water, we should be okay. Where are we going first is Old Harbor, right out here, and then ultimately to the city of Kodiak, which this is Kodiak's main airport, this is the downtown airport. Short flight, not very long, even though this is not a very fast plane. We're going to set this at 3,500. Alright, let's go ahead and release the parking brake wherever that is, right there. Where it starts us in the grass. Alright, let's turn and get back onto pavement. Now we're fogged in pretty good over here. They got a forklift out here. There's the town of Akhiok right out there. Alright. Brakes work, and the rudder works totally fine. So let's go ahead and stop here. We'll do a run-up. Set the parking brake. Pull the checklist. And we want, before takeoff, parking brake is set. Let's check the flight controls. Rudder is good. Elevator is good. Ailerons are good. Back into the cockpit. I love the paint job on this plane, by the way. Has like the gray wings and stuff. And then what we want to do is mixture is full rich. Prop is max RPM. Fuel is on the fullest tank. We're going to hold the control stick all the way back. I'm going to set the throttle up to 2,000 RPM. It's going to take a minute to back down. That's good enough right there. We're going to cycle it, and we want to see this number drop. Down to about 18. It's coming back up. Full forward. Comes back up. Cycle it again. Do a quick magneto check. To the right, there's a slight drop back to both. Good. Now to the left. There's a slight drop. That's good. Back to both. Pull the throttle idle. And we can release the back pressure on the stick. For takeoff procedure, flaps are going to go to the first notch. So that should be there. And we have the second notch, and we have the third notch. So we want them at the first. Prop stays full forward, mixture stays full forward. And then what we'll do is taxi out, take off, and we will put the flaps up. Above 300 feet. So let's go ahead and release the parking brake, and we can see okay out that way, so we're going to take off 2-2 and we'll just follow the water. Visibility's actually better out here. Alright, full power. Engine instruments are good. Prop RPM's a little high, but that's alright. Airspeed is alive, and we're already off the ground. I forgot the altimeter did not automatically set. We can bring the flaps up. And let's go ahead and begin to turn on course. This is a powerful little plane. We'll just continue climbing out like this. And we're flying this by hand. What we'll do when we get to 3,500, we'll put the altitude hold on. But there's the town right there, small. Right there by the airport. We're coming up through the clouds. Should come up over the clouds in a moment. Now in the real world, flying in this kind of weather, we would be talking to air traffic control, of course. We'd be following the prescribed departure procedure. Although you can do something called special VFR, but this isn't it. Come back on the power a little bit.
Love the touch but never love the feeling. Why do I, baby?
Now it looks like it's just finally starting to kind of clear out up there. Pick the autopilot off all of a sudden. Alright, tell you what, we're gonna go full power, we're gonna climb up to 4,500. And establish that climb. Autopilot's back on. Now we get a break out of here. And we actually probably could go ahead and set direct onto CubCrafters Old Harbor. And yeah, we'll have terrain clearance. Alright, there's 4,500, so we can pull back on the power a little bit. And we'll pull back on the RPM just a little bit. I have about 2650 set. I'm guessing we're not going to get to see much, unfortunately. It's pretty cloudy down here. The good news is the weather gets better further northeast we go. We're doing 147 over the ground. Now, we may have to skip landing at Old Harbor if the weather is too bad, because they have no instrument approaches, no way to get down if we can't see the airport. So if that's the case, then we'll just stay above and we'll continue on to Kodiak, where the weather is looking very good, which is pretty awesome. Cool thing about these planes is these can land on a pretty short runway. Grass, gravel pretty easily. Okay, we can see a little bit here. The mountains are kind of rising up here, but we have clearance over them, so we are good. That's what we could do. I don't know why terrain is grayed out. See a little bit of a break in this guide. The coast down there. What we could do is turn and come in that way. Okay, yeah, so there we go. We're actually quite fine with the terrain here. That's what I wanted set up, was the clearance. So yellow is 1,000 feet below, or less than 1,000 feet, and then red is less than 100. So as we're going here, we're plenty clear. We get breaking the clouds. It is a little bit bumpy. We might actually get a chance to go into Old Harbor. Let's grab a look outside. This is pretty. I like these gray wings a lot, and then the blue wingtips. Haha, that's pretty cool. Not the traditional Cub with the tail wheel, but these have the nose wheel. A little easier to taxi and take off, in my opinion. Well, taxi and land, really. We're only about 10 miles from the airport, which means if we want to start descending, we're probably going to have to pull the power. There's not a lot of room to descend over here, that's the thing. So what we're going to go ahead and do is disengage the autopilot, pull back on the power, and we're going to just descend out here over this. And we'll make the determination if we're going to... Well, we want to get out over the water. That peak right there is coming up pretty fast. I mean, we're losing altitude quick. I mean, we passed over that over 500 feet, so we're fine, we're legal. I mean, as flights, and we can really do whatever we want. We shouldn't have taken off out of Akhiok with the weather being what it was, but it's flight sim. Of course, in the real world, we would not do that. We're going to turn over this here. And the hop up to Kodiak will just be slightly, actually about the same time, since we've had to turn as much as we have out. We probably could have gone straight over that peak on the way in, but that's okay. We're just gonna follow this water up. Let's take a look at that. Fuel selector stays full, mixture stays rich, prop goes max RPM, flaps to the first notch, and throttle idle. So you land with first notch of flaps? That doesn't sound right. It's funny, there's snow all through here. This would not be covered in snow. Not even sure I quite see. Oh yeah, no, we're pointed right at it. Okay, so there's the runway. We're actually lined up perfectly with it. That's kind of nice. We're definitely a little fast. It doesn't say what our max flap speed. Probably need to get that. We can take the power out. Use of autopilot below 1000 AGL is prohibited. Okay. It's good to know. Some planes it's 500, some it's 8, some it's 1000. We can go first notch of flaps. Let's check a couple things. Prop goes full forward, mixture stays full forward. We can turn the landing light on. We forgot to do that on takeoff, but not a big deal. And there's Old Harbor. And we're actually coming in with a tailwind, which is okay. Got just a little bit of power. Some more buildings over here. It's a neat little town. Power out. Now we're fast. Alright. Nice. Brakes work good in this plane, I'll tell you that much. And what just happened? I guess turning around it came over and dipped a wing. Well, okay. That's kind of weird. Alright, we go back to Old Harbor. Set as departure. The plane actually should be all set. Whoops. Alright. And the plane is already loaded in. So everything that we need is on and should be configured. Well, I don't understand that. Alright, anyway. Can release the park and brake. And that flaps are half. Hold up on the nose. And we're already airborne. Ah! Kinda interesting. Alright, flaps are up. People feeling like the light has just come. We must never stop the and now we've got a good bit of terrain to climb over. The other option is to go out over the water again. But I think we'll be able to climb over most of this fine. We set 3,500, we should be okay. Definitely have a little bit better weather over here. Kodiak. We will always take a stand for the people, for the land. Let's go back to when we were young. For the animals we stand. Let's go back to when trees were swung. Kids across the land. Alright, now we've got the autopilot set, so I guess we're going to be going over the clouds a little bit again. But it looks like it clears up in just a little while, which will be nice. And we have good terrain clearance over everything. Clouds are kind of broken over here, so hopefully not too much more, and we'll have pretty good ride most of the way. Alright, our speed is set. We can come back to about 75% on the power. We'll set about 2,600 on the RPM. I may end up doing a Cirrus flight later on, I'm not sure. And we're right back into the clouds. And we're already coming right back out. At this kind of speed, it's probably only going to be about 15 minutes over to Kodiak. Looks like there's a summit. It's probably this one right over here. That's gonna be just 1,000 feet below. You can see the tiny yellow dot. No, it's actually more. It's 2,800 and we're at 35. So yeah, probably about 700 to 800 feet. Let's get the weather for Kodiak. Clear skies, 15 Celsius, 3018 on the altimeter. It's getting a bit bumpy over here though. Ooh.
You got no
A lot of that stuff is disabled, which kinda... I mean... would be nice if you had access to, but I guess for this kind of plane it's not really a big deal. So we got this next stretch of terrain to pass over. Definitely better looking over here, the weather. It's pretty rough on the southwest side of the island. So we took off from around down here, flew kind of up over this way, and out over the water, and then pretty much right on up into here. So we'll come down, we'll have a good view of the main airport, and then we'll basically be flying right over the city of Kodiak into, and right over the lake into Kodiak Municipal, or downtown, which will be pretty cool. Should get a really pretty view of some stuff out here. Pretty. Well, you kind of see where we're going. If you look, so this is Kodiak's main airport right here. That's the one we usually go into. Town is up here, and there'd be the lake for seaplanes, and then there's the main airport. I think we want full flaps. I think that checklist is wrong. Because, I mean, we touched down, we were going 70-something knots. That's... no. I mean, this plane is designed to be able to touch down slow and land and stop at short distances. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and turn the autopilot off. Start a slow descent. We're gonna actually have to come over and fly pretty much over the main airport. Come back on the power just a little bit. Yeah, if you grab a look down here. And then we're going, there's our runway right there. And here's the lake the seaplanes use, so we get to fly right over the town. Let's correct that a little bit. Alright, let's check a couple items. Prop control goes full forward. Mixture stays full rich. We didn't go high enough where we needed to lean it out, so... let's get good and zoomed in here. Let's go ahead and make a couple turns to kind of get lined up. And we want to stay above 2600 when we're flying over the airport. For now. We'll have to descend through their airspace in a moment. Yeah, we'll just start descending. Yeah, look right down there, though. There's the airport. Alright, let's take some power out. Start bleeding some speed. Alright, we can go full flaps, or not full flaps, we go first notch of flaps. We can do second notch of flaps at 80. Beautiful out that way. Alright, we can go second notch of flaps. Landing lights on. Gonna take some power up, try to slow down just a little bit more so we can get full flaps. Full flaps. Now we're gonna be real low and slow coming in here, and that's what we want. There's some significant crosswinds here, but here's the actual, like the town of Kodiak and stuff. It's the 10th largest city in Alaska. Now we're going a little fast. We run the risk of overspeed the flaps. It's probably okay right now. Something tells me that that notch may not be quite correct. But oh boy, is it bumpy. I feel it right now. Coming down over the seaplane lake. And we don't want to touch down short. Let's get the power out, get slowed down. Beautiful. Alright, nose wheel down and we are stopped. Almost. But it's that fast. Let's go ahead and put flaps all the way up. We can come park up here on the edge. Or we can turn and go park on the south side. Yeah, we'll come park down here. Alright, good. Let's go ahead and set the parking brake. And we'll do our shutdown checklist. Flaps are up. Throttle is idle. Parking brake is set. Mixture will go idle. Cut off. Engine shut down. Ignition switch goes to off. And then we will go ahead and turn the lights off. Avionics switch off. Fuel switch pump, alternator, and the master. Alright, well there we are, folks. Welcome to Kodiak, thanks for flying with me, and hope to catch you aboard on the next one as always. Until then, take care, stay safe, we'll see ya.